Hey everybody, what is going on? I hope that everybody's doing well here. I'm just waiting for this lag to come on here and we start to go live. Okay, there we are. All right. I tell you, it freaks me out every time, but there is a lag, and it's seriously long. I mean, when you're on this side of the camera, it's it's a lot longer than it's probably on that side of the camera. But I start the thing and I start talking, and then I still see the intro screen, and I'm like, okay, why is this not going? But I'm glad to be on. Hey Kevin, hey Tim, Andrew's here. Yeah, hey guys, Mike, Lito, Tito. It's different. What's different, Leo? I'm fill me in. Oh, hey, Orlandis. We got OT here. Overtime. OT beast mode. Michelle is here. Jamie's here. All right, good. We got some welcome normal people. Or OT is new to the live anyway. Orlandis and I, he's a coaching colleague of mine. He's an athletic director and also the basketball coach at his school. So we compete against one another. Oh, hey, Mike, man, I appreciate you. You know how to start things off, start the party off, and cheers to that. So let me just take a drink on that one. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate it. Tony G, hey, thanks for checking in. Joseph, thanks for checking in. 101 in Alabama. Well, I can tell you here in Chicago, Joseph, yesterday, and that's the reason I wasn't on live. We finished our summer league basketball game, and I believe it was like 9 o'clock, 8:45 p.m. I mean, the sun had already gone down. My temperature gauge on my SUV said 100 degrees still. So we feel you. We definitely feel you up here. Orlandis, he is in the Chicago area along with me, so he could vouch for that statement. It's been hot here today, 90 plus. Very hot. The poor dog hasn't been walked hardly at all, except for something in the evening. Because the sidewalks are too hot. And it's too hot for her. She's a bulldog anyway, so she overheats. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mike, I did this, I don't know, I want to say a few weeks ago, but I thought the old decor was a little too busy, and I wanted to, the simplicity of it and everything. Um, yes, Michelle, and as you saw there, your wonderful husband, you know, made that happen. So yeah, I appreciate that and thank you. Yeah, the super chats. I think this is the first evening one. We had a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon one, and that was the first time that the super chats kicked in or whatever. And yeah, it's been awesome. It's been great. So it is nice. It's fun, and I haven't really seen the. I know Derek always refers to on Island Time. For those of you who don't know, Derek, I watch his show every Sunday, and he's always talking about his screen blowing up. I haven't seen that. I see, it blows up in terms of when somebody gives a super chat. It's a big bold color, like Lito Tito's was a big bold orange. But I thought he meant like, the screen goes haywire or something like that. So that hasn't happened, which is probably a good thing because I'd probably freak out. Okay, so I think I said hi to everybody. Tony, are you excited by the Costa Carnival? Yeah, actually, we were talking about that today. And Charles, who's an admin on the Coach Cruise, he actually put that question on to the Coach Cruise page on Facebook, and he had mentioned that, what everybody thought about it. And I really like it. And I didn't know at first, I think, I don't know if it was Derek or somebody mentioned that it's a Vista class ship. And I love the Vista class. That's a nice size ship. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's big enough that they have some nice amenities and things like. And then, the decor is going to be different, but it's still going to be, you're going to book under Carnival and get, that same treatment, whatever loyalty might mean, when those ships go into service. So we'll see about that. Lito just asked, do you think the Panorama will stay in Long Beach or be moved? If moved, where to? Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I really don't have a guess. My guess is it'll stay. Because, at least until they accessorize some of these ships that are moving, in a dry dock with the Carnival brand. I don't know, for the Panorama to be the nicest ship in Long Beach, I think you have to replace it with a comparable ship. And even though those would be the same class, they wouldn't have, that Carnival whale tail and all that signage, at least not until a dry dock. So, okay, one in Los Angeles. All right, well, yeah, I mean, maybe the Panorama is moving out. Like I said, it just seems like they would have a ship out there with, yeah, you know what? You guys are due for an upgrade. For those of you who don't know, Lito, Tito, and Michelle, they live in the New Orleans area. So, I mean, that's the easiest port, obviously, for them to get to. And the Glory and the Valor are there. And I really enjoyed the Glory and the Valor, but they are dated ships. So, for you guys, if you guys were to get the Panorama or, a Vista class ship, just any one of them, that would be a really big upgrade over the two ships that you have now. So, I agree with you on that one. Hey, Jim, how's it going? All right, so I got my first question today, and I'm hoping you all will participate in the comments. Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting. I see we have 18 on here watching now, and we have 12 likes. So for the 6 of you that haven't liked the broadcast yet, if you could hit that like button, what it does is the algorithm or something, it helps shoot this live out to more potential people that are interested in cruising, and they might jump in with us. So yeah, if you could hit that like, that would be cool. If not, no big deal. But okay, so the first question I wanted to talk about, and most of you know this, but I'm going on a cruise Saturday on the Mardi Gras. And anyway, I've been getting stuff done. I've been super busy. As I told you, I had girls flag football practice in the daytime yesterday, and then in the evening I had a boys summer league game, and it was that schedule Monday and Tuesday. So it's not like I just been sitting on the couch doing nothing, but I have procrastinated a little bit. I could have, definitely gotten this packing done. I'm not packed. I leave Friday morning at about 6:30 a.m. for the airport, and I'm not packed. I haven't even pulled the suitcase out. I have set some clothes aside that I plan to take, but some shirts and stuff, I got them sitting on a table, and I had the intention of pulling down my suitcase earlier. But I posed that question on Coach Cruise, when do you pack? So here are your options, okay? 1 month or more outside of the cruise. You pack 1 month in advance or even earlier. The second option is 2 to 4 weeks. You're, pretty much packed 2 to 4 weeks before your cruise. The next option is 1 week to 13 days. You're packed. And then the fourth actually there's 5 options. The fourth option is 3 to 6 days. And then the final option is 0 to 2 days. When are you packed and ready to go on your cruise? So if you can, put those in the comments. I'll be interested to see where everybody is. Sometimes I'm good. Sometimes I'm packed, more than a week in advance, and I'm ready to go. This time, I've really, procrastinated. Okay, Jamie jumped in 0 to 2, so you're right there with me. Jim is 1 week to 13 days. Okay, a little more responsible there. Tony is 0 to 2 before flying. Lito, 3 to 6 days. That's good. It's not too better than what I'm doing right now. Okay, Tim is 0 to 2. Tim, you live close to the port though, so I think I'd definitely be in your same boat. Michelle is 0 to 2. Too many pairs of underwear. Okay. Kevin, 0 to a half a day prior. All right. So it would be comical to be in Kevin and Jamie's house, because they're a couple. So you two are both procrastinators. Wait until the last minute. That'll be kind of funny. I know the bad thing about procrastinating until the last couple days is inevitably you forget something. The good thing about packing, I think, a week in advance, is you have everything packed, and then, a day or two before, you're like, oh, I forgot to pack this, or oh, I forgot to pack that. And then you can grab those things. The thing that scares me about waiting as long as I have to pack is I pack everything and I think I have everything. But, when you're already packed, it seems like you remember something you had forgotten and you could grab it. But you would wait till the last minute. If there's something you've forgotten, you're kind of just out of luck. All right. Let's see. Cynthia, you can't remember what I packed it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. She says she can't remember what she packed if she packed a month ahead. Yeah, I would probably forget what I packed too. Cheryl would prefer sooner. Depends on when Michelle washes. Okay. And Cynthia says 0 to 3 days. Okay, so there's a lot of us in the same boat. We're procrastinators. So, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. I'm going to have to take another drink. So, we have a few people here that I know I'm going to be cruising with soon. I know Tim is on the same cruise with me on the Mardi Gras this Saturday. And then I know Kevin and Jamie are cruising with us on July 2nd, because we're on the Mardi Gras second week. Well, I'm on a second week. Anita's on just that 1 week. Is there anybody else that's in today that's going to be on the Mardi Gras? We have 21 watching right now. So there's also, I put this link at several other cruises that are heading out soon, like within the next month, basically. Do we have any other people here that are cruising soon? If it's not on the Mardi Gras, like what ship are you cruising on? I know, Lido and Michelle, for sure, we're all going on the Horizon next month, July 23rd. So I know their plans. But how about anybody else beyond the people I mentioned that are on the Mardi Gras? When is your next cruise? If you want to throw that in there, and we can discuss your ship and what we like about it or would like to know about it. Okay, Funnelhead. Oh, that's right. Yep, Andrew, Funnelheads. If you haven't checked out his channel, he's going to Alaska for a back-to-back, and yeah, I believe, Andrew, you said that's your guys' first time to Alaska. That's where Anita and I went on our honeymoon a long time ago, and we haven't been back since. It's not because we didn't love it. It was amazing. It's just we had it booked, for actually during the pandemic, and then obviously, COVID came along and kind of screwed that up. Yeah, Lido, definitely Alaska is awesome, and I'm going to be looking forward to seeing the video that Andrew puts out from Alaska and their whole experience there. I'll definitely be tuning in for that. Radiance, okay, yep. I remember you saying that previously, because I asked Tony if he could say hi to one of my favorite bartenders that at least last contract she was on the Radiance. If she's coming back, then I was hoping he would say hi to her. Not until September for Jim, but you're going to be on the Horizon. Okay, we'll try to leave it in one piece for you, Jim. No promises, though. That July 23rd cruise is going to challenge the Horizon for all it's worth. And Mary, the Mardi Gras, July 16th. Okay, so Mary, again, no promises. I'll be getting off a week before you get on. Hopefully we'll leave it in one piece for you, but it's going to be exciting. And Mary, I will be doing many lives on the Carnival Mardi Gras. So I don't know if you're subscribed to my channel yet, but if you aren't, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and every time I go live, be sure to enter in chat if there's something you want to see or some restaurant you want me to try out or something like that. I'll definitely try to do that for anybody that's tuned in on a live. And yeah, Oh, Pat, welcome. First time here. All right. Guess you joined. Well, you are definitely part of our live. To join the Coach Cruise thing, you gotta hit subscribe and then notification, and then future lives you'll be notified about. If there's no link for you to hit. But yeah, welcome aboard. And let's see. I'm trying to catch up here. Lee. All right, Lee. So you are on board with Mary. Very cool, on the Mardi Gras. And I'm so excited for that Mardi Gras. I have not been on the Mardi Gras. I don't know how many of you are frequent Carnival cruisers, but that's my primary line. It's been a while since I've cruised on any other line. And I haven't been this excited about a ship since the Carnival Vista debuted in Europe, and my wife and I boarded her for a Mediterranean cruise. So this is the most excited I've been, and obviously the Mardi Gras is, a big step up from the Carnival Vista. I love the Vista, don't get me wrong. That's like arguably my favorite ship. But the Mardi Gras, as Christine Duffy said, the big boss over at Carnival, it's a game changer, and I really believe that that's true for Carnival. They needed to step up and match the competition of Royal and say, hey, okay, Royal, you can do this. Yeah, we can do it too. And I think they're doing that with this XL class. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Lido Tito, love the Fortune Teller and Shaq's Chicken. And I tell you what, those two are definitely at the very top of my list of things to check out. Shaq's Chicken might be the first thing, Lido. I know there's going to be a big mad rush up to Shaq's Chicken, and from all the videos I've seen, people say the lines are crazy, especially that first day. But I have the good fortune of boarding early, so maybe we'll get up there straight away and get some Shaq's Chicken. Pat, thank you. You subscribed. You're going on the Glory. Next week we'll be on the Dream, August 13th. Okay, so the Glory. I was on the Glory April, and had a great time. There's some great alchemists there. I don't know if they're still under the same contract, if it's the same alchemist or not. There is a band there. Darby is the woman that sings in the Glory band. If she's still there, she's amazing. In the Atrium Plaza, they're normally playing in the evenings. You'll really enjoy that. So let's see, Moonlight Adventures. Oh, hey, Moonlight, it's good to see you here. Sorry if I missed you coming in early. And yeah, I'll definitely get on that boat one of the 2 weeks. Andrew says the line's long at Big Chicken, but goes by quickly, kind of like Guy's Burgers. Okay, well, that's good to know. That's good to know we won't have to stand there for a half hour. Shaq's was your first stop, Lido Tito says. We were in a suite, so we were on early, but lines weren't too bad at 85% capacity. Yeah, that's the thing, and I think this has been pretty evident across Carnival, but I was looking at bookings, and somebody was asking about potentially going on the Mardi Gras one of the weeks that I was on, so I went to check bookings really quick for them, and there's nothing listed except the July 23rd cruise on the Mardi Gras. Like, you can't even buy a room, or at least they're not selling it. And then July 23rd, even, the Ocean Views were already sold out, and they just had the other rooms listed as for sale. So not only that, but there's another friend, another coach cruiser, James. I don't know if he's on tonight or not, but he's going with us also on that June 25th cruise, and he's doing a back-to-back. Well, he wasn't booked for the back-to-back. He didn't decide until last minute he was going to make it a back-to-back, and yeah, it was sold out. And then I called a couple PVPs I know, and one of them had one room on hold, and he was able to grab that room. So I tell you what, I know this has been a discussion. Lido and a few of us, we've been talking about cruise line stock, and cruise line stock is in the gutter completely. I doubled my holdings on Carnival because Carnival recently dipped below $10. I think today it's like $9.80 or something like that, and that's the lowest it's been since, pretty much the worst of the pandemic. At one time during the pandemic, I think it got down to about 750, and then then it made a steady climb all the way up to over $30 just in the past year, and then for whatever reasons, well, there's a few reasons, but it's had a steady drop, and Royal too. Royal was $57 not too long ago. That's down to like 35. So I've what they say, buy low. I actually did a little video on that. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm not just telling people like, hey, I doubled, like I say, the number of shares that I own in Carnival. I doubled today. So I just thought it was too good of an opportunity. Lido got his at $8.80. So you saved $1. I paid, a couple $100 more than you did today, Lido, because hey, Jesse, what is going on? Good to see you back here again. Let's see. Andrew says big hedge funds and institutions took huge short positions on the cruise stock. Okay, when Carnival's at 22. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. And Andrew says he's buying now too. So 875, yeah. Kevin, I think you and I got in about the same time. Hey, there's Charles. How did golf go, Charles? I didn't think Charles was going to be here. That's awesome, by the way. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate that very much. And Lisette just jumped in. We got some Islanders coming over. And I like to say Island Cruisers, because I know Charles and Lido and I and Derek were talking about, since we're doing a joint cruise on July 23rd of the Horizon, we kept trying to come up with a t-shirt idea. And you see I have my Island Time Coach Cruise shirt on today, this same one I'll be wearing on our bar crawl. But, I was trying to think of a creative name or something that would look good on a t-shirt. I'm like, Island Cruisers, take the first word of Island, and then everybody refers to my channel as Coach Cruisers. So Island Cruisers, and it kind of sounds good, cruising the islands. Oh, Charles is still playing. Well, how's it going, Charles? Are you shooting par? Are you shooting par golf? Charles is out on the golf course having some fun. So hopefully you're having a beverage to keep your nerves steady for hitting that next ball. Don't drink too many beverages, because they might go into the woods if that's the case. Tony says golf's a good way to spoil a nice walk. You know what though, Tony? To look at the silver lining in that. When I golf, I get a lot of extra steps in. Because I have to walk about 3 times as far as everybody else, because I'm walking side to side and all over the place and looking for my balls in the bushes and the woods and things like that. So. Thank you, Charles. And he's back to golf. Just jumped in, does a super chat and back to golf. Appreciate that, Charles. I hope you get a hole in one. All right. So let's go on to the next question that I had. We're talking excursions here. And if there's a choice on here, like, oh, why didn't you say this? Chime in real quick. But I'm going to give you some choices, and you get to pick one. And, forget about the cost, whatever. Let's just say they all kind of cost the same. And I do understand some of these could change based on what islands you're on. It might change what you would want to do. Okay, so let's say that all things are equal. It's the same type of island, whatever. Okay, but here's your choices. So tour the island, all right? You're going to tour the island, see, the history of the island, everything it has to offer. We'll say this is a Caribbean, type island. Okay, so that's one of your choices. Maybe taste some local food, the things they do on those tours. Another one that's popular on a lot of islands is to do like zip lining and stuff. Zip lining, adventure type of thing. Your third choice, and this isn't available in all island, stops, I understand, but it's in a few of them, but cave tubing. Okay. Then we have snorkeling. That's available almost everywhere. And then your final choice is an all-inclusive. An all-inclusive. So all-inclusive, snorkeling, cave tubing, a zip line, or a tour of the island? Which of those 5 are you going to choose? Hey, Bruce. Bruce is from Ocean to Ocean Travel. He has chimed in. And Jamie, thank you again very much. Appreciate that. I got a nice big bold green banner here on my screen. Really appreciate it. Jim's the first to chime in on the question. He says an all-inclusive. Jamie, cave tubing. Okay, and I've done that in Belize, and we had a good time doing that. And they let us swim in the cave, and that water just felt amazing. I don't know if the minerals in it or something, but something was going on in that water that was like really rejuvenating. Pat says, I've always done an island tour each place I ever went. Pat, real quick, a follow-up to that. You know, after you've done one island tour, the next time you visit an island, what do you do next? Tony says all-inclusive for me. The rest aren't great with a hangover. Okay, so Tony's definitely a Cheers participant. Ocean to Ocean, hey, what's going on? Lisette, cave tubing. Okay, we got a couple votes for cave tubing. Sheila, tour of the island. Okay. Funnelheads is cave tubing. All right, Mary's an all-inclusive. Julie, it seems like Cozumel. It seems like everybody's like doing all-inclusives, honestly. And that's a great place to do it, great value. It just seems like that's what everybody does when they go there. That's what we'll be doing next week also. Cave tubing with Belican beer. Love it. I love Belican beer. And yeah, every time I go to Belize, that's the first thing I do. And I drink several of them while I'm there. Tim, cave tubing. Wow, okay. So I think it's cave tubing and all-inclusives. Well, Tour of the Islands got a few votes as well. And then here's another one, Neon Goat. Tour City, if you haven't been there before. Okay, that makes sense. You want to understand the history, the culture of the particular island that you're on. So that's cool. Yes, sure. Definitely done them all will do. I like this. Everybody's chiming in. I appreciate it. I actually got to scroll up because Lito's comment went off the screen. Okay, depends on the mood. So, you know, whatever you're feeling, that's what Lito Tito says. Kevin is torn. He likes the cave tubing, but likes the all-inclusive too. He wants to try scuba, though. Kevin, when you go to Cozumel, well, you won't be able to do it the cruise we're on, but the next time you're in Cozumel, let me know, and I can hook you up. I have a friend that's a dive master down there, and she will set you up. She has a thing called a tri-dive, where you don't have to have a certification to go down it, and she walks you through the steps, and you actually get to scuba at about 40 feet deep, and she stays with you the whole way, so it's pretty cool. Michelle says, done all those excursions, so it depends on if it's a new island or if I've been there before. Okay, good thinking. Okay, so Pat says, in the Cayman, the next best is Stingray. Yes, that was one of the coolest excursions I did, you know, when we first started cruising, Pat. A step up from that, I think, is in Belize, Shark Ray Alley off the coast of Cape Cocker, because there you get the nurse sharks and the stingrays both at the same time. You can't, you know, pet and, you know, play with the stingrays the way they do in Stingray City, so you're missing out on that. But the nurse sharks swim around you, and it is pretty cool. Pat says, I did do cave tubing in Belize and loved it. All right. Julie, if you're asking me what ship I'm on, Saturday I'm getting on the Mardi Gras, and then later in July I'll be on the Horizon. So I'm gonna be on the Mardi Gras for 2 weeks, and I'm gonna be on the Horizon for 2 weeks. And yeah, I've been on the Glory and the Valor this year also. I was supposed to be on the Pride, was on the Vista last summer, so keeping track of all those ships. And Tony says, did you choose Paradise or Sancho's for Cozumel? Okay, so Tony, I will tell you that I did Paradise, and it's because Sancho's was sold out. You know, I'm going with a buddy, and he wanted to be, you know, have a chill day, you know, whatever. And we're also visiting my friend that lives down there in Cozumel. And I checked on Sancho's, and when I checked, sold out for this Mardi Gras cruise. And then so my friends, like the one that lives in Cozumel, is like, oh yeah, let's do Paradise. And so I actually haven't done Paradise before, so I'm looking forward to it. And I'll definitely tell you what I think about it. Kevin, Jamie and I did the cenote tour in Cozumel. They walk you through the caves, really awesome. You know what? I haven't done the cenote in Cozumel, but Anita and I did a cenote experience in Progreso. And that was just, I want to say that was on the Valor that we did that when we stopped there. And that was an amazing excursion. I actually, they combined that with Mayan ruins. And that was a great excursion. Anita might pop in here. I asked her to come in. She was napping right before we started, so hopefully she'll pop in here. I hear her walking around out there. Andrew from Funnelhead says, Brad, have you had the chocolate Belican? No, you know what? I mean, I should have tried it. You're right. I should have tried it. I've seen it, but those green bottles are just so good. It's just like, it's like, how can it be better than this green one? So I have not, but you know what? The next time I will try the chocolate Belgian. Let's see. Jim says, my cave tubing in Belize always gets canceled. Well, you know what, Jim? I mean, it's unfortunate. That the one thing I'm not crazy about with the cave tubing is it's such a long drive to get there, and it's usually you're not, well, at least when we went, we weren't on a very nice bus, and then our bus broke down. The good thing was I think we were on a Carnival excursion, so they picked up, and we were fine. The bus was, they sent somebody eventually, but it obviously was a bit of a bummer because it was a long bus ride anyway. So, yeah, sorry to hear that. Hopefully you'll get to go next time. Kelly and Tammy are checking in, and they just started a channel. I was in on one of their live sessions just a couple days ago. So hello, you two. Hope you're doing well this evening. Let's see here. Catching up with the chats. Cruise with Frank, back-to-back cruise. Yes, it's a back-to-back, and I'll tell you what, the fact that it's the Mardi Gras, and Andrew, who's on Funnelheads, he was on it for 3 weeks, and he said you need about that long to actually experience the ship in its entirety. So I'm going to try to do it in 2, but I'm glad that I have 2, and I've heard that comment that from several people that have gone on 1-week cruises that you just can't get to everything. There's just too much. That 2 weeks would be ideal. So I'm hoping that I can do that. All right, so Jesse, you're doing Sancho's. Okay, well, like I said, you got in earlier than I did because and Ocean to Ocean loves Paradise. Good. I mean, from the pictures and everything, it looks good, and I hear good things. But this will be my first. I've been to Sancho's probably like half a dozen times, so I'm well experienced with Mr. Sancho's, but not with Paradise. This will be the first one. Okay, love the tacos from the food truck on the beach at Paradise, so I will have to try those out. And Paradise is awesome for food, and usually Service Plus has the biggest pool. Okay. Monkeys in Amber Cove. All right. Yeah, Amber Cove, when I was there, I think it was last summer, but we did the waterfalls of Dajamagua or whatever. I forget how you pronounce that. Jumanji, no, it's but the waterfall thing was really cool. But they told us about the monkeys, but we didn't see any of them. Okay, better not 100%. All right, sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Hey, Cruise Vet. Yeah, that's okay. No worries. And Moonlight says they did Mr. Sancho's and loved it. We want to see the sloths in Roatan. I did that sloths Roatan. I actually have a video on that one. It was really cool. The sloths are kind of freaky. The way they can turn their head around and things like that. For those of you that are subscribed, if you go back into my videos, the thumbnail on that excursion, you'll see me holding a sloth. I have a mask on, and the sloth's turning around, like looking straight at the camera. So if you want to check that out, you can see my sloth experience. All right, Pat says Nachi Kukum is also a great place in Cozumel, alternative to Mr. Sancho's. All right, well, maybe that will be for another trip to Cozumel. I go to Cozumel a lot. I see my friend who, like I've said before, we taught with for a number of years in at the same school I'm at now. She was that's it, Andrew. Damawagu Falls is amazing, yes. And it's a little, it's not for the faint of heart. I know Lito Tito and I were kind of laughing about that. It's a really, really cool experience, but I'll tell you what, I'm not one for heights myself, but I did jump off the highest waterfall there, and I was asking a lot of questions before I jumped. I'll tell you that. It wasn't just a blind faith type of thing, So those of you that don't know, in Amber Cove, the Damawagwa, whatever, Funnelheads just posted there. It's an amazing excursion, and they have these natural waterfalls, and the pools are very deep, and you can jump into them. And I think one is like 80 feet high. I don't know. I might be exaggerating, but it's way up there, and it's scary. And you get in a long line, so you have pressure. It's not like you can stand there and just think about it for 5 minutes. Like you're in line and there's 50 people waiting to jump behind you. So you don't want to necessarily turn around, but I knew that going in. I asked the guy, I said, look, I'm not 125 pounds like some of the people that are jumping off this thing. I weigh like 275 pounds, so I'm going to go deeper. I don't want to jump in there and come out paralyzed or something. Is it deep enough that I'm going to be fine? I'm not going to hit bottom. And, that's what I was worried about. Sincerely, I was worried about that. And then I was worried, like, okay, where exactly is the right spot to jump to? Because I don't want to jump too far to the left or too far to the right, and that area is more shallow, and then I'm going to hit bottom. So I was scared a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit scared. But I did it. And then they also have like slides, like these natural slides. Now, I don't know whether they groove those or what they did, but the water's going down those as well. And you can like go down like these natural rock slides and go into the pools below. So it's a really cool experience, but again, it's not for the faint of heart. Moonlight Adventures, swimming with the pigs would be great too. I've never done that. I've seen pictures of it. That looks really cool. Jamie says you were going to do the hike to the falls. And you know what? That hike to the falls, it's not like a 5-minute thing. I mean, it is a decent little hike. It'll leave you breathing. I know Anita was breathing pretty heavy and kind of had to stop. They do let you take some breaks. And I mean, it's not like you're running up the hill or anything, but yeah, it's a decent little hike. Michelle, the Alpha Monkey in Amber Cove, grabbed your phone and took pictures of it. Oh my goodness. Is that are you exaggerating there? I mean, that would be wild if that actually happened. Let's see. Funnelheads. Oh, okay. You're talking about the hike, yeah. And yeah, Kelly's putting on there if you would like to like and subscribe to their channel. I know we have several channels here. We have Moonlight, we have Ocean to Ocean, we have Funnelheads, of course, and yeah, they're all supporters, and we all support one another. So by all means, go check some of those guys out and see what they're all about. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, yeah, Michelle, definitely message that to me or something. I would like to see that. That would be hilarious. And it's a good thing you got your phone back. I know that when we went into the sloth experience, we also got to do monkeys, and they had the little monkeys, and those things are just jumping all over, but they would jump on your head. They were hopping on Anita's head like it was a rock in a pond, and it was the funniest damn thing. I was laughing to beat the band, which I'm sure wasn't making Anita too happy, but honestly, her head, or she was just the right height, I guess, to where they would just hop on her head and skip over and to the next person and jump on their shoulder or something like that. But they just kept using the top of her head. I swear, like it was a rock in a pond, they were jumping over. And I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop. But they would climb on me, and they were climbing inside of my shirt and everything, these little monkeys. And then there was probably 8 of us in the excursion in our little party. And it was, we actually, one of the monkeys escaped. And I mean, they were trying to obviously be careful letting people out and stuff. And one of them got out. And they said not to worry about it, like, that it would get hungry and eventually come back, that, they're not going to stay out too long. But yeah, we had a monkey escape on us. Okay, so I got another question to put into chat here, but that's been a fun little segment. So, amenities. All right, now the question here is, does it make a big difference to you? Okay, so like I'm going on the Mardi Gras, and that has the most amenities of any carnival ship. And then probably the Vista class, right, would be the next in amenities. And then, the Dream class and so on and so forth. And some of them have better amenities even though they're older. Like, for example, the Dream class has the Lasalopoli whirlpool, the big giant whirlpools that are awesome in the spa area. And then the Vista class has a little rinky-dinky whirlpools, and you have to pay an extra charge. I will pay the spa weekly thing, where you get to sit in the steam rooms and saunas in the Dream class ships all day and twice on Sunday. I love those, The Vista class, like, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. And I go in there and I sit in the whirlpool, and, it's still a whirlpool, but it's a bit of a letdown compared to the Lasalopoli. So, some people prefer the older ships over the newer ones, because of reasons like I just gave. So when you cruise, are amenities, does that make a big difference in the cruise you book? Is it nice, cherry on top kind of thing, but not the reason? Or is it just get me a room and on a ship? As long as I'm cruising, I'm good. So those are your 3 choices. The amenities make a big difference. It's nice, but not a deal breaker or anything like that. Or the last one is, I don't care, just get me on a ship, get me on a cruise. Those are your choices. So throw those in. Amenities make a big difference. They're nice, but not a deal breaker. Nice, cherry on top type of thing. Or just get me on a ship. Okay, so Ocean says this, get them on a ship. And Pat, same thing, get me a room and I'm good. All right. Michelle just sent the pictures to your Facebook group page. Okay, very cool. I'm going to check those out when we're done here. Oh, wow. I'm surprised how many are just get me a room. Lido, cherry on top for me, get me on a ship. Okay. So the amenities. Okay, so Jesse is into the amenities. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm really looking forward to the amenities on the Mardi Gras. So Jim is get me on a ship. Tony, get me on a ship. Entertainment's more important than amenities. Yes, and actually, I should have included that, Tony. I mean, the entertainment would be kind of included in that amenities was my thinking. I didn't express that. But yeah, like Mardi Gras obviously has a lot more and high quality entertainment. So I should have been a little more clear and giving you that. Andrew says for us it comes down to price. Itinerary. Okay, itinerary is important. The port it leaves from, then ship in that order. Yeah, definitely. Obviously if you live close to a particular port, it's going to save you a lot in travel and airfare. You can drive there. The ports, if they're going to ports you really enjoy, certainly. That's well thought out, Andrew. I like that answer. Jamie, get me on a ship. You're anxious to go on such a big ship. Hopefully we'll like it since on Jubilee for now. Oh, wow. You're going to be on the Jubilee for 19 days? What are the dates that you're going to do that, Jamie? You guys, is that 3 weeks, parts of 3 weeks you're going to be on the Jubilee? That'll be amazing. That's a long time. I did 21 days on the Vista last year, and it felt like a long time. So Cruise with Frank is amenities, into the amenities. Okay. And now we got some amenities. Okay, very good. I will say this about the amenities and go back to Tony's point about the entertainment. Some of the ships that we've gone on, it's showing the same shows in the playlist productions. And I'm like, man, why don't they change up these shows, this rotation of shows? It's always the same shows. And one of the things I'm most looking forward to on the Mardi Gras is seeing some of the new shows, because there's a bunch of new shows that I haven't seen that are debuting on the Mardi Gras. And for somebody that travels Carnival as much as we do, a lot of these shows we've just seen so many times. It's like, do you want to go see such and such a show? And I'm like, no, we've seen it like 4 times or whatever, And I know, we're fortunate just to go on 4 cruises, right? To have a chance to see it 4 times. But when you've seen a particular show that many times, sometimes if it just didn't blow you away, you might not want to go. So yeah, different entertainment, different things to do. Like obviously the Mardi Gras has both. The Mardi Gras has different eating options. So that's a big deal. To get a chance to try some different food, like Big Shack or Shack's Chicken. Really looking forward to that one. I'll probably go to Emerald's and try that out. We have reservations at Rudy's. I'm still going to go to the steakhouse. I love the steakhouse. Sadie just bumped into the desk and shook the camera here, so hope that didn't look too bad. Okay, so Lido, who's been on the Mardi Gras, says loves the food options on Mardi Gras. And yeah, I am so going to gain like 15 pounds in those 2 weeks, because I am going to try pretty much everything there is to try. Okay, so you're going from the UK. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Wow. Yeah, that is going to be an experience. So you're doing the transatlantic, and then you're doing the inaugural in the U.S. So you're doing, wow, that's like a bucket list type cruise right there. You all are that's gonna be amazing. Yeah, so kudos to that, Jamie. We'll have to have you send us some footage of that to make into a video or something. Yeah, Mardi Gras has a lot of bars. I'm really looking forward to trying out the Brass Magnolia. We were going over their menu the last live and all the different drink options and things like that. Some of those drinks sounded great. The same with Fortune Teller. We covered a lot of the drinks at that bar. Alchemy, obviously, most people are Alchemy fans, and I'm one of the biggest ones. Let's see. Mardi Gras shebang, could eat there every day. Amazing. I heard, okay, you Mardi Gras people, because there's a lot of you on here today. I heard I saw a post somewhere, somebody said the duck is to die for. Is the duck served in shebang? Is that where they're serving the duck? I saw a picture of the duck, and it looked all, glossy and Thanksgiving-y, with a nice little shine and gleam to it. And somebody said the duck was just, I don't normally eat duck, but the descriptions of it sounded really, really good. So I wanted to try that out. I didn't know if that was at shebang. Oh, really? I thought shebang was free. When did they start charging? Because I know for a long time they had said shebang, they were going to offer that for free. I know Rudy's is an upcharge. I know Emerald's is an upcharge. I know the Steakhouse is an upcharge. But I know also Cucina del Capitano is an upcharge on most ships, but on the Mardi Gras it's supposed to be free, and I thought shebang was also gonna stay free. Okay, Ocean to Ocean's on the second sailing. Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, that's you're gonna be ready to get off. I talked about that a little bit. 2 weeks I think is ideal for me. And if I didn't have a dog, and I know it sounds weird, some people are like, that aren't dog lovers, they're like, what, are you kidding? It's a dog, But no, I miss my dog. It's like, I don't have a child of my own, and Anita and I got married too late, and we tried and everything. So, we weren't able to have kids of our own. So yeah, I mean, we've had two American Bulldogs together, and Sadie is the second. And yeah, I mean, I start missing my dog. I really do. That's gonna sound corny to some of you, but yeah, after 2 weeks, I'm like, I'm ready. I'm like, I'm starting that third week, and I'm like, I could probably get off now, But 2 weeks is ideal. 7, it's like not enough. But by the end of that 14, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I can go home. Okay, so Jesse says, oh, it's free up to a certain time, shebang, and then there's a charge. Okay, so Michelle says they were on during February, March, and no charge. I'm hoping there's no charge. Oh, okay, okay. So that's what you were talking about, Andrew. He's saying shebang is free, but the whole duck for 2 is a $25 charge. Now that would make sense, because that duck was like, I mean, the picture I saw of it was like this big, but it looked awesome. Jim, yeah, you miss your dogs too. And okay. Yeah. Yeah, Michelle. And you got another 8-day coming up, Michelle. So you're gonna take some videos of Petey, and you'll be all right. I'll bring some videos of Sadie and pictures, and we'll be all right. We'll make it. We'll keep occupied, at the Alchemy Bar or something like that with a drink. We'll be okay. All right. So my next question for you. Well, I got 2 questions left, so I worked this out questions wise. Okay. So let's see. All right. Now here's your choice. Whatever the cruise fare is, obviously balconies cost more money. Ocean views cost a little more money, and then obviously the interiors are usually going to be your cheaper options. So, are you paying an extra $500 per person to do the balcony, an extra $200 per person to do the ocean view, or getting an interior and saying, hey, we're going to hardly be in the room, we'll take the interior, save the money, spend that money on something else? So balcony for the big upcharge, ocean view for that middle tier, you get a view, but not a balcony, or an interior, like we're not going to be in the room anyway. What are your choices? All right, Sheila says balcony. Going with the upscale and enjoying your balcony, sitting out there with a drink. I do enjoy a balcony. But if the charge is too much higher, I look for different options. We got a lot of balcony people. Okay, so Lido says usually a balcony. Mary's gotta have a balcony. Michelle usually balcony. Jim, depends on the budget. Prefer a balcony. Yeah, I'm the same way. I prefer a balcony if I can get it at a decent rate. But on a teacher's salary, I gotta be cost effective sometimes too. Cynthia says just get me on the ship. But Neon Goat wants the balcony. Okay. Funnelheads, aft balcony. Usually about the same price as an ocean view. Oh, really? Huh. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to price those out. Lido Tito coffee in the morning. Tony G, interior. I tried a balcony once, hardly used it as I didn't like the heights. Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like a cove balcony might be more your style, Tony. And actually, I'm signed up for a cove balcony. I forget what cruise, but I did purchase a cove balcony, so I'm going to try one of those within the coming year. I forget what ship it's on. Pat James says, I've done all 3, but would rather take the interior to save money. Okay, rather cruise more often. Excellent point. Yeah, if you can get 2 interiors and do 2 different cruises for the price that 1 balcony, I mean, they're usually not that much more expensive, but on some cruises they are. Cruise Vet says balcony. Neon Goat balcony, but shopping for the best deal, preferably a cove balcony. Okay. Kevin, always choose well. Okay. That's the smart man there. Choose what Jamie tells me we're doing. All right, ocean to ocean balcony, and we tried the cove balcony, almost the same price as an ocean view. Well, you know what? I'm going to really have to start investigating these cove balconies. See, this is why you do these lives, to learn things. And like I said, I am going to be staying in a cove balcony sometime this year or within the coming year. I don't like it, but I'm looking forward to it now, especially if I can start getting that at a cheaper rate. Jesse says we have a balcony, but I don't mind having an ocean view. Sometimes the ocean views are bigger. It depends on the ship's layout, but we've stayed in ocean views where it has 2 bathrooms, and Anita loves that. She has the 1 bathroom, and it's like, okay, this is mine. You go over there, and it works out. Cynthia, yeah, definitely. That's what I keep saying, Cynthia. Michelle, we'll be doing an app balcony in Havana in July. Yeah, I'm gonna smuggle myself in there and hang out with you all. Have the carnival security chasing me out. Let's see. Yeah, and Lido Tito is also saying that. And you know what? The Havana on the Vista class, I always am jealous hearing about people talking about the Havana cabins, and just how great it is, and how it's the best experience and this and that. And then I'm always like looking at the prices, and it comes down to price for me. And I'll give you all if you're looking to save money and kind of get the best of both worlds, this is the best I think you can get for your money. And you all were just talking about cove balconies, so I'm going to look more into that. But the 4J cabin, I don't know if you all are familiar with the 4J cabin. I got it by accident once. On a casino promotion, I got a free room or something like that, and it's actually how we ended up doing our Mediterranean cruise. And they say, oh, you're in a 4J cabin. I'm like, what the heck's a 4J cabin? So on a lot of ships, the 4Js are at the front of the ship. So where you have those big balconies, that a bunch of people can walk out on the front of the ship and just kind of look out. If you go to the very front of the ship, there's usually 2 doors, one on each side, and it goes out to these big balconies, these big decks, and anybody can go out there. The truth is, very few people ever go out there. But they have cabins that, are facing these big giant balconies. And I mean, inside those cabins, you obviously have windows looking out. So you see some ocean, but you see a lot of balcony also. But the thing is it's not a private balcony, obviously, but you go out one door and then out another door, and you have a gigantic balcony almost always to yourself, because hardly anybody ever goes out there. So you can go out there, bring a drink out there, whatever, and you got this big giant balcony to yourself. You also have a window, so you kind of have an ocean view, and you have a balcony, and guess what? It costs slightly more than an interior. Yeah. So there's a lot of times I'm booking that type of cabin, 4J, and saving quite a bit of money. Like I said, on a teacher's salary, sometimes you got to be wise on how you spend your dollars. And I forget who made the comment of, getting a lesser room so you could cruise more often. And that's kind of the situation I find myself in. Like, okay, well, let's have extra money for excursions, extra money to buy the Cheers package, those kind of things. So Tony says interior is best for sleeping. Yeah, so dark in there. Cruise Vet got lucky and got a Havana cabin on a casino offer. Awesome. Funnel heads. Yeah, it definitely, when it's dark, it's a lot easier to sleep. Yeah, you know what? I usually sleep pretty good, and the thing about it is, it's funny, as Anita sleeps, I'm telling you, that woman sleeps more than anybody. She'll go to bed early and then wake up late. Me, I'll go to bed late and wake up early when I'm on a cruise. I don't know, I'm just excited. I got more energy, whatever. I'm usually going to the gym, try to get a little workout in before, getting the day going. That's on sea days. Port days, I mean, you're normally there in the morning, so there's usually not time to work out unless I can't sleep or something. But yeah, I'm trying to get the experience. I actually need a vacation from my vacation sometimes, if you get what I mean, because I'm trying to do everything when I'm on a cruise, just having fun and things like that. So, and yeah, like Lido says, I can sleep at home. All right. And then the final question I had, and I think we're going to have a lot of yeses on this, or a firm At least I know a few people in this group are going to say yes to this. And keep in mind that it has a hefty price tag. We're talking about $60 a day now, plus 20% gratuity added on top of that. So when you add that up for the course of the week, you're looking, $400 to $500 for the Cheers package, which includes 15 drinks that include alcohol and unlimited non-alcohol drinks. But the question is, Cheers and the big price tag that goes with it, or no Cheers? Cheers or no Cheers? So what are you doing? Are you paying that big bill for the Cheers, or are you saying, nope, I don't drink that much, or we're gonna try to smuggle in some rum runners, or Alito says yes 15 times. 15 times for 15 drinks. Jesse, cheers. Yes to Cheers. Yes, it's worth it. Cheers, cheers. Okay, I've skipped that the last few cruises, no Cheers. And Pat, you might be one of the people that it doesn't make sense for. Maybe you don't drink that much. Maybe you're only like 3 to 4 drinks a day, or 2 to 3, or whatever. So yeah, if you're not getting the value out of it. Tony says Cheers is a bargain compared to the Royal package. Okay. Anthony, no Cheers, don't drink that much. And yeah, somebody that's not going to drink that much, you definitely want to do Cheers, unless you drink like 15 coffees a day. Cruise with Frank says Cheers. Neon, okay, depends on who you're cruising with. So if you're with some party people, you're getting the Cheers. If not, maybe not. Yeah. Andrew, okay. I didn't know that about you, Andrew. So you and your wife are big drinker. Okay. Well, when we cruise together again next time, we'll definitely be seeing you at the bar. All right. Ocean to ocean, no Cheers. We pay as we go. Okay. All right. Ocean to ocean. And, and the thing about it was, we didn't always buy Cheers, because when we first started cruising, we tried it out, and I looked at the Cheers thing and I'm like, man, that's a lot of money, because I'm usually the one that's paying for the vacations. Anita, will pay for some other things, and we so I'm kind of in charge of vacations, I guess, and paying for those. But I would look at the price of the Cheers and I'm like, oh my God, it's so much money, And then one time I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to buy it. And I surprised Anita and said, hey, drink what you want. I bought the Cheers package. She loved it. I loved it. And we've never not gotten Cheers ever since. I mean, it's just like almost a must. But we're drinkers. We are drinkers. I will say that. Sheila says it depends on who you're traveling with. Okay, you didn't get good value. Okay, so maybe whoever you were traveling with wasn't a big drinker and you weren't partying and that kind of thing. Heitner. All right. This is my college football teammate, Chris Heitner. He played middle linebacker. I was a defensive lineman, and he's chiming in here. So it's my first college football buddy that's chimed in on a live, and thank you. He's joking with me there, but hey, it's good to see you, buddy. Glad you stopped in. Yeah, Lido. Yeah, and Andrew and I actually were on a cruise together, but we had just barely met, and so but now we know each other a lot better. Kind of like our situation too, Lido. Okay, Paul says, yeah, if you don't drink, so yeah, get the bubbles and call it a day. No Cheers, don't drink more than 2 a day. Yeah, I mean, if you're only having a couple drinks a day, makes no sense. Aaron, hey, haven't seen you in a bit. Good to see you back. Got to get Cheers. Jamie, so much in the transatlantic, heavy price, but worth it. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're 19 days, oh, my God. Don't even tell me that Cheers cost over there. That's going to be crazy. Yeah, what's up again, Aaron? Lido. Yeah, that's going to be a heavy bill. I'm curious. You're going to have to tell me when we go cruising together, Kevin and Jamie, what the price tag at Cheers is for 19 days. That's got to be insane. Let's see. Mardi Gras. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Aaron. Make sure you got the notification bell hit for me, because I'm going to do a bunch of lives while I'm on the Mardi Gras. Yeah, and you know what? They give you these little keepsakes, these little martini drinks in different colors if you hit 15 at the Alchemy Bar. So yeah, look into that. All right, everybody. Well, you know what? This has been a fun one, and I enjoyed kind of going through all the questions. There was a ton of interaction today, a ton of people, you know, getting in on chat and everything. That was a lot of fun, seeing everybody talking and communicating with one another. And yeah, if you haven't already, if you could do me a favor on your way out and hit the like button, so that way when people see this live replay, they're more likely to see it if there's a bunch of likes on it. And if anybody's new here, like I said, I'm going to be going on the Mardi Gras. I'm going to be doing a bunch of vlogs. And if you haven't already subscribed, if you hit that subscribe button, I'd appreciate that. And that's really all I got for you. Had a great time with you tonight. I wish Anita would have stepped in here, but she's out there busy doing something. I hear her messing around out there. She's getting ready for work tomorrow. But all right, my cruise, Aaron, is Saturday on the Mardi Gras. I'm actually leaving early Friday morning, staying in Cocoa Beach a night, and then we're boarding the Mardi Gras early on Saturday. That is the plan, and I hope everything goes well. I do my COVID test tomorrow at a Walgreens here in the city. I feel healthy. I hope I pass. I'm not sniffling. I'm not runny nose. I'm not anything. Thank you, Michelle. And I'm probably going to try to do a live on Friday when we get to Cocoa Beach. So yeah, be on the lookout. I will post it. I'll see how everything's going, how we get checked in, if we end up going to a bar or something there. But be on the lookout for a live on Friday. And then, like I said, pretty much every day after that on the Mardi Gras, I'm going to try to go live at least once if I can. So great talking to everybody, and we will see you all soon. Take care.